If ever someone seemed hardwired to become an actor, it's Giovanni Ribisi. You know Giovanni, right? Phoebe's brother on Friends.
My sister's gonna have my baby!
Before Spielberg drafted him as a medic in Saving Private Ryan.
Think about the poor bastard's mother.
But let's backtrack a bit. Giovanni grew up in L.A. in the 70s. His folks were both in show business, and he started early in television.
How'd you guys get dates? Well, see, but you weren't there one day, so instead of throwing rocks at girls, we talked to them.
His heart lay, though, more in the movies, and he got his big shot on screen in a film he had to fight for, a really cool one called Suburbia.
My duty as a human being to be pissed off.
After that, Giovanni was on the fast track, Gone in 60 Seconds, Lost in Translation, oh, and a little picture called Avatar.
All right, look around. I don't know about you, but I see a lot of trees. They can move.
His new film comes with a complicated backstory, Gangster Squad.
If he gets that thing up and running, inside a week, it won't matter what we do.
Had its release delayed and some scenes refilmed after it drew comparisons to the theater shooting in Colorado. Now the film is being released at a time when the conversation about gun violence, and to Hollywood to a degree, is once again front and center. Please welcome Giovanni Ribisi! Hey-o!
Hey, how's it going?
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
How are things?
Wow, that was really something to live up to. The thing with
The Steve-O thing?
My God.
You've also given us the best story ever, which will air down the road.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really anything near that. Running into Mike Tyson's fists, fantastic. I mean, that is an accomplishment.
It certainly is an accomplishment. I mean, I suppose in movies you've had those moments where you've probably run into fists of somebody or other, right?
Yeah, I don't know, usually my own. And, you know, while I'm alone in my trailer, weeping over something. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. That's a whole nother thing.
Congrats on this one.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah.
I mean, you get to be a part of interesting ensembles. A lot of acting you hear about is a solitary experience, but I find that you get to be a part of really neat groups of people.
Yeah, I mean, I think with this movie in particular, that was one of the biggest draws for me, and really why I wanted to be involved was because of the cast.
Any good film that deals with a subject should have a parallel with reality in modern culture. Do you feel like it does?
Yeah, well, this is actually based on a true story, or loosely based on a true story. And
a real coming-of-age moment in L.A. in the late 40s, right? A real coming-of-age moment.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it was an era where you know, America on the whole was coming out of World War II and the Great Depression, still turning around. The economy was turning around at that point, and this was at that point. You know, it was really the heyday for Hollywood, but it was also the Wild West for people like Mickey Cohen, and while he was taking advantage of, there was all this optimism in the air, but he was taking advantage of it, and the movie really gets into the underbelly of Los Angeles like that.
And in a bigger way, too, what it does is it really challenges and explores the concept of what a hero ought to be and the way a hero is, because it's true that organized crime didn't get the foothold in L.A. the way it did in other places because of the roles of things like the Gangster Squad, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But those guys had to break all kinds of laws and kill a lot of people as cops to do it.
And that's one of the things about this genre, the gangster genre, like this is definitely a movie where good has to lean towards being evil, and my character, I guess, is more or less the guy who questions all that stuff.
You're almost the only guy that questions it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because
right?
Josh is definitely like,
What did you make of the controversy around the film about just violence and just the conversation that existed after the shooting in the theater?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's an interesting question. I saw the film in its original incarnation, and I have to say, the film industry is so global, needless to say, and to that degree, we have a responsibility. That said, there's been violence and the use of weapons in filmmaking and in storytelling since the first stories. And it's a shame, in my humble opinion, that Hollywood and the film industry has to become the scapegoat for that. I think that there's so many other factors and so many other things that have been prominent since this recent rise in heinous violence.
And so when you say there's a responsibility, do you have to make choices differently now? Or do you choose to differently?
No, I mean, I don't want to get political in what I do or what in filmmaking. I hope it doesn't go there. I think that
Why not?
you want to stir people. There's a certain sort of thing that people appreciate, danger in movies and feeling, uncomfortable, and then the resolve, and this is the essence of storytelling.
So, but when you know you're caught up in the midst of it, as a father even, what do you think?
Caught up in the midst of doing a film, you mean?
Or just in the midst of making art that you know will reach audiences, and knowing that, you know how the audience is.
Yeah.
The audience is...
I mean, so we have films and structure and story and all that, but I mean, what about the internet? There's at a certain point, there's only so much you can do and so much you can censor. And, what about that 90s, the bumper sticker? Do you remember? Censorship is...
Yeah.
Sorry. Censorship.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Of course.
Yeah, and that was, and I think that, I don't know.
You did that with more class than I've
Thank
ever
you.
seen, by the way. It was so wonderfully delivered.
It actually sounded like I farted for a second. No, sorry.
I want to play you a clip here. It goes back to it's an important moment because a lot of actors, and we talked about this when we started this, the idea of working with other people. You've actually worked with so many of the people that are fantastic, some people that others may have forgotten. I'd like to go back to the early days.
Oh, no.
Stay with me, sir.
Here, take a look.
Oh, yes.
You got a little family living right outside your window.
Oh,
Look
my
at them, Jonathan.
God.
Just look at them. When I went to the hospital, I didn't think I'd ever get to see this kind of stuff again.
Hey, you're gonna get to see a lot of neat stuff in your life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. That's the beginning for you, right? Yeah, that was the first job I did, I think, as an actor.
I would have it with Michael Landon, man.
I know, that's amazing. Wow. I mean, I'm shocked by that. I forgot about it.
You were very young, but do you remember that experience?
Yeah, I think I was 10 years old. I remember some things about it. I remember being that age and like, for my job, you shave your head and do the whole thing. And yeah, also just having a ball, I mean, I was 10 years old. I don't know,
The entertainment business wasn't wildly foreign to you, right, in your family?
Yeah, no, my father.
For example?
Oh, no way. Wow, that's amazing. Oh my God. Wait, that's not my dad. That's not my dad. That's my dad.
I love you. Yes, I do, but the words won't come. And I don't know what to say.
That's a really good song, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, the music was definitely in the family. Wow, you're just pulling them all out of the bag.
Well, it is rare that we get Michael Landon and people in the same as
in
an
the
opportunity.
same conversation. I know.
And there's so much more we could talk
Go
about with you.
figure. Oh, no.
Stick around. More with Giovanni right after this. Right up next, another blast from Giovanni's past. I don't think he will be as thrilled with this one.
Oh, wait, you forgot something.
What?
Plus, a really sharp stand of Ron Jossel on the panel.
Today we're talking about extreme sports, like wingsuit flying. If you think that's a good idea, then you're just too dumb to live. Natural selection.
Comb,
Dental floss.
Oh,
Some lighter fluid.
lighter fluid, anything else?
Yeah. Give me some more floss. We have a lot of teeth in our family.
Let's see, that'll be, oh, wait, you forgot something.
What?
If you think about it, dude, you're in
that's
Blossom.
amazing. Wow, it just doesn't stop.
The reason
I feel like I want to run into Mike Tyson's nose right now.
The reason why I want to show those clips is because you've had this amazing arc where you're this cinematic actor, you do these films, cool films with lots of big talent, but you worked for it, and you did these day jobs. Like
yeah.
One episode here, 2 episodes there, 6 episodes. The bizarre thing on Friends, which is awesome, right? Like, you do this stuff, right?
Yeah. I mean, I actually, when I was younger and right around that time, I mean, the hair says everything. I'm gonna start crying right now. No, right around that time, I was really disenchanted, and I didn't want to do acting anymore until I saw A Streetcar Named Desire with Marlon Brando. Somebody showed me that, and it was like this life-changing thing. I just, it was like, oh wow, this really can be an art form. And I was watching it the other night, and it was just, still mind-blowing.
Who knows more about life? Every actor you've ever worked with combined,
Yeah.
or Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris. Because it was whatever happened after the first option was unequivocally going to be the correct answer.
Because that's the other cool thing. Never mind, for some people, Blossom are friends. Walk a Texas Ranger, man.
Oh,
right?
Oh, no. Amazing.
Was it, yeah?
Yeah, you have a clip?
No.
Okay.
We thought we'd save you that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So great to see you. Congratulations on Gangster
Thanks,
Squad.
man. Cheers. Absolutely. Thank you.
Giovanni Ribisi, everybody. The film is in theaters now. Right behind. I'm just going to do another good night.